Shadow, baby, I'm proud of you. You are the fucking most amazing artist to me in my eyes. I love your growth. I cannot believe how far you've come. And the sky's the limit for you. I mean that wholeheartedly. I see you going far. I see you going way further than me, and I hope you do. I swear to God, it's just the beginning. We got a lot to do, baby. Let's get to work.
Anytime that any of my family members that wrote me a check, I keep that check locked away. So that way, whenever I get big, I can total up how much they've paid me, and I can give that back to them.
Black, you know what I'm saying? Tender at curly top. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So what inspired it was really just heartbreak.
I'm a Pisces.
You're a Pisces? Oh, so you're, you're shady. You were being a little shady over there, so. And what about you? You're a Libra? That's why I like you.
Money well spent, I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last $5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele popping, I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition smooth out of the box. Till the word can't be removed out of the block, and y'all cut like to be removed out of the drop.
For the Throat Podcast, episode 51. We're sitting here at Happy Bar for Shadow's birthday event. Right now, I'm your host, MC Thrills. We got Poppy X De Niro. And introduce yourself. We got a new artist in the building.
What's up, y'all? My name is Curly Top. Nice to meet y'all.
Curly Top, what brings you here tonight?
We out here performing tonight, celebrating Shadow out here, showing love, support, you know what I'm saying? Out here, just enjoying the vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Partying.
What type of artist are you?
I'm like a rap, hip-hop, R&B type of nigga.
You from the Tone?
I came from Brooklyn originally, but, you know, came down here when I was a little youngin', so it's a place like home, so.
I'm from Jersey. I've been out here about 2 years, though. Yeah. So, I like it out here, man. I think it's a cool vibe. It's a different scenery, but I believe Southern hospitality is real. How about you? How you feel about it since you've been out here?
Shit, I'm grateful. Shit, I ain't enjoying no gang banging shit. I'm grateful as hell. Cause shit, I remember last time, like, you know, getting told stories and shit from where I'm from. Niggas get popped off in the fucking out of nowhere. You can be walking down the street, you get popped off by accident. It just don't matter. It just be leaving there. Should be down bad. But shit, we up right now.
Yeah. I got family from the Bronx. How long you been making music?
I started about a year ago professionally, you know, got really into deep with it, start promoting it and shit like that.
So you relatively new?
Yeah, just about, yeah. Like mixing and mastering, having my people. Shout out Nino De Niro, the person that be mixing and mastering, my audio engineer, nigga. I appreciate you, my nigga. So, yeah, that's who I be going to. Best in San Antonio.
Yo, y'all hear that in the background? It's Shadow birthday. We turning up. Interviews, music, good food. We out here having a good time, you know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? So you got any projects?
I'm actually working on a project right now. It's called the Curly Top EP, or Curly EP, for sure. And it's going to be coming out probably by the end of this month or early next month. So y'all tap in on that. Y'all keep your eyes peeled. That shit going to be fire. I promise you that. Have some great guests coming on that, too. So I'll keep that.
How many tracks you got on there?
Going to be like 10 of them bitches. I'm not going to hold you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When you dropping that?
It's going to be either late December or early January. Between those times. It just depends.
What brings you to that name? Like, what made you? Is it the hairdo or?
So Curly Top was a name that I was given at a young age because, you know, when I was out there playing football, running track or whatever, they always called me the Curly Top nigga. So it was stuck with me. My pops called me Curly Top. So I was like, you know, if I want some original, something that's me, I just brought it to life. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
You say you from Brooklyn?
Originally, yeah.
Okay. And what brought you to San Antonio?
My mama, she wanted to keep the youngins that, you know, out of the hood. She wants to move us out to a better place. And shit, my father was from here, and she started moving from there.
I feel that. Yeah, because I'm originally from Chicago. My parents moved me out of there, too, man. That violence is crazy out there.
Yeah, no, that's like one of the biggest reasons. They said they didn't want me to grow up like, you know, running around stealing, drinking, gang banging and shit like that. So I kept my nose clean.
Okay.
You know, I'm blessed to be here.
For sure. How old are you, man?
20.
20, man. You young.
21 like next week. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay, you definitely got a good step already going, man. 20 years old, that's real good. Look, man, at 7 years old, I was just freestyling, rapping, and you know what I'm saying? And I really just took it as a hobby. I really didn't take it serious because I just love doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like 2019, 2020, I finally went to the studio, dropped some shit, and like people were like, you should keep going. And like, then I had family. You know, I ended up having a family and stuff. So
when you have a family, that should be that's responsibility you can't avoid.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm grateful to have the support I do. My pops, He taking me to places.
Yeah.
He said I'm in college too for music business.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
yeah, so he said, hey, you know, you ain't gotta leave or anything like that. You should just sit here, you can move around, see what you got going on. And you know, where you go from there is up to you. He said, just have my back. So shout out my dad, shout out dad. Thank you, I appreciate you. Shout out my mama top over there. She fixing my car. She over here offered to pay for it. So I got a great family, great support system. So I'm grateful to be here.
Do you got like top 5 artists that you like in the city that you really fuck with, that local?
I fuck with Katana my nigga. I fuck with Bane. I fuck with Must Be Icy. Calamari's just a cold ass nigga. And myself, of course. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put myself out there. I fuck with my shit. I be listening to my shit on repeat on accident. I be letting that shit play out.
You got to as an artist.
You gotta be your biggest fan before you become anybody else. You feel me?
Hell yeah. And how about on a mainstream? Do you got top 5 mainstream artists?
So I got 2 different kind of mainstream artists I fuck with. There's melodic and there's lyrical, because I grew up on lyrical rap, been off of the top of this shit. So Eminem, Kendrick, J. Cole, Lil Wayne, and I'm gonna put Drake there too. So those some niggas I fuck with.
My top 5.
That's what I grew up on, like no bullshit.
That's crazy.
Man, I feel I grew up.
Nah, that's lit. That's lit. Fucking yeah. Lil Wayne is in my top 5 too. J. Cole is in my top 5. Drake hits there. Well, Drake is like inevitable to be. I feel like in almost everybody, cause
The longevity is
crazy. Yeah, longevity is alone.
Like bro ran this shit like how Eminem how Eminem had rap by the throat for like 10 years,
Right.
6 years, 8 years. Like Drake had that kind of like that shit. Like Drake be setting trends nowadays. Like he do shit, his shit be making shit happen. I fuck with that. I also have a melodic side I really fuck with. So like when I have melodic music and rap music ain't out yet. You know what I'm saying? We working on that, but you know that's gonna come out soon. Melodic shit, you know I fuck with Juice.
Yeah.
Juice, I feel like everybody should fuck with Juice for the melodic, you know, heartbreak shit.
Yes, sir.
You know, we got Ian Dior. He's a Corpus Christi artist that blew up, and he made #1 with 24K Golden. Fuck with bro, heavy. I fuck with Lil Uzi, of course. And I fuck with Solo. Solo's a upcoming artist. And like he is out in like LA right now, just doing his shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been peeping, bro, and I fuck with Midwest, another artist that like is not technically mainstream, but he's one of those bigger people that you know that can move around with money type shit. You know what I'm saying? Those people I really fuck with the melodic side.
Got you.
Shout out Solo. He's gonna be people on the new album coming out. Broken Heart Go to Stitches coming out, I believe in March or April.
He here
For that too.
He here? Solo.
Solo. Yeah, he's one of the people that really inspired me to get going, melodic side of rap.
I got you.
You know, so I was grateful he DM'd me and I talked to him about features. He gave me a number and he said, hey, we can make some shit work. I'm like, all right, say less. And we've been locked in ever since.
Where he from?
Where he from?
Yeah.
He from Chicago.
Oh, he from Chicago.
Yeah, so.
Boy, right there from Chicago too. Hell yeah. So this is usually a question I ask everybody on my podcast. What is your thrill?
My thrill?
It could be in life. It could be in anything. It could be in music. It could be whatever.
That's a good ass question, I'm not gonna lie. But I think my biggest thrill is changing people's moods with my music. Like when you DM me talking about how my music changed your perspective or point of view on life or anything, that shit make me want to go past forward. Like right then and there, if you said my music affected you, that shit means that I'm doing what I'm supposed to.
Facts.
That's my biggest thrill. You know, eventually my goal is to take over the world with this shit, but you know, we gotta start off day by day first. You know what I'm saying? Before we get that far.
What is your goal and when it comes down to making a song? When you make the song, what's your end goal?
My end goal is to have a message sent on it, whether it's me talking about the drugs and alcohol that, you know, I've had to deal with, or the feelings I have inside me.
Yeah.
And I want to let it out and sit in that type of way. Or I'll talk about me flexing. It's all right to have a little party vibe. Like, I have a song called For the Night, right? And For the Night is a show, like, you know, when you go crazy, you know, you're going a little bad, John, for the one time, you know, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's for the night. You know, it's okay to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. You make your mistakes, but at the same time, you got to learn from them bitches.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself taking over the world. Okay. I see myself making money, constant basis with music, and I actually have a self-rule that each year I have planned to see if I have growth from the year before.
Okay.
And that growth determines how far I pace myself for the next year, how much harder I gotta push, how much I can actually relax a little bit, because making music is stressful as shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody tell you. That shit's stressful. You gotta promote that bitch, you gotta make that shit nice, make it catchy, make it lyrical, and make it enjoyable. And you gotta sit yourself late at night when you release that shit and say that you did that. That shit's not easy, especially when you have hundreds of thousands to 5 people listen to your shit, and they can tell you whatever the fuck they want.
Yo.
That should be difficult as hell. So I'm saying, anybody out there making music, my nigga, do that shit. Do that shit constantly, make sure you love it. And if you don't love it, roll back out or do yourself a favor. This shit not in for everybody.
Before we close it out, is there anything you want to say to anybody and give encouraging words? Drop your socials. This is your time to do that.
All right, you can find me on all platforms on Instagram, Twitter, Black, know what I'm saying, Tinder, at Curly Top. Know what I'm saying, if you're out there. At Curly Top, KURLYTOP, no spaces. And, you know, for all the people that got a dream and a goal, go chase that shit. You know, it's a constant work to get to where you want to be. But you have to give up something to get to somewhere you've never gone before. So I love y'all. Y'all stay safe out here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, appreciate you coming on, Curly Top. Again, MC Thrills, that's Poppy X, the narrative for the Thrill Podcast. Maybe we get you in tune with one of our episodes that we have at the studio. We'll set you up with that. We'll set something up in a few or whatnot. You heard? All right, man.
All right, stay safe, y'all.
Likewise.
What's up, y'all? Yeah, For the Thrills Podcast, we is now on episode 51. You know what I'm saying? We got the maid right here that we are interviewing today. They made.
What's up, y'all?
So, where you from?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay, Wisconsin. Okay.
All the way from home.
Okay. Yeah, I got an aunt from Wisconsin. Okay. How long you been doing music?
I mean, essentially my whole life, like I've done music for fun type shit. I've always my family talented type shit.
Right.
So I've been doing it my whole life, but in terms of like, when did I put out a song? 2021, my first song type shit. When I decided to take it seriously, 2019.
Okay. Like, who inspired you to like do that?
To like become an artist type shit?
Yeah.
Man, you know, honestly, like, you know, with life, you got trials and tribulations. For me, it was like my first heartbreak in 2019. I was going through a lot of shit. I wasn't talking to nobody about it, really. And like prior to this, I was like, I would always tell myself I could never freestyle.
Yeah.
And I would joke about it. But in that time frame where I couldn't talk, I didn't talk to nobody, didn't really have no words, I started to freestyle.
Okay.
And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm really cold. Like,
yeah, okay.
I don't really like that, you know. It was good, you know, especially like you freestyle that shit coming from the soul. So it's like it turned from like being fun to actually like being a therapeutic like release on top of it sounding like really good. So what inspired it was really just heartbreak and just having somewhere to put that, you know.
Okay. I feel that. That's some heartfelt shit right there.
Yeah.
Usually what I like to have is the artists introduce themselves, give the people that don't know you a little bit about you and what they're looking forward to if they were to come upon your music or your socials.
I appreciate that. So yeah, I go by Day Made, you feel me? Because I make your day. That's really the point of my music. You can find me on all streaming platforms at DAIMADE. Honestly, when you hear my music, I want you to leave with something. I want you to feel what I'm saying. I want you to leave with something that you learned or something that resonated with you. I use music to manifest, to, you know, spread optimism, spread love. I feel like kind of similar to your question of what made me start music, it was like I was tired of hearing the same stuff on the radio, like promoting certain things, and I decided to be an artist that I wanted to hear, you know. So really you find the soul in my music and you find some type of lesson in it, love in it always, hope in it always, and yeah, what you can look forward to is just me sharing my heart. You know, everybody got a story, and those that resonate with you and align with you, that's just what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? If you feel me, you feel me. If you don't, you don't. It's fine. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that. That was a nice, thorough breakdown. You said that before, huh? What is, I say, the top 3 artists that inspired you to be an artist? Was there a top 3 artists that inspired you, or?
Honestly, not really, like not consciously, but when I sat and thought about this subconsciously, when I think about the music that I make, India Arie always has a message. It's always peace, love. Like, I don't know if y'all heard her album Voyage to India, but that shit is phenomenal. Like, it's love throughout it, it's messages throughout it, it's like raising your vibrations throughout it. So I would say subconsciously, India Arie for sure inspires me. I would say, like, I don't really look for inspiration. It's just, I like, at this point in my career, I notice certain things that I do. And it's like, oh, I probably picked that up from, you know, such and such. So I would say another artist that inspired me subconsciously is my guy, Ty Motives. He's from my hometown. He's just real. Like, he's like, he's just somebody that you can relate to, but also like learn from, but also like smooth in the same sense. Cause you know sometimes, I would say that.
Now this is the local artist.
He's actually from my hometown, from Milwaukee.
Oh, from Milwaukee. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I would say that Todd Motive definitely like inspired me because I would consider myself like a conscious artist if I had to do a box. Like, I do a little bit of both. I sing, rap. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel when you check it out type shit. But I would say a lot of people might not listen to conscious because it got a certain sound to it. So like he's conscious, but like he got style to it type shit. And then I'll probably say Free Soul. For the same reason. Or Free Soul is an artist. He's like up and coming. He's very new, but like he.
Is he another artist from here or Milwaukee?
Nah, he's like I don't know where he's from actually, but he's just somebody I found on like Instagram.
Also underground.
Yeah. Basically, like you ever heard of like LaRussell, for example?
LaRussell, yeah.
So like you see how he's up and coming. Free Soul is on like the same type wavelength type shit.
I got you. Maybe a year or two from now, he'll probably be on the scene.
Exactly. Yeah. I actually seen him when he performed in San Antonio, but he just real spiritual. He put spirituality into his music, so that's my inspiration. Some real shit, some love, some spirituality, really. I feel it.
Do you have a top 5 artists here locally in the city?
If I gotta think locally top 5, I'ma do no order. I fuck with Priest for sure. 98 Priest. He's actually in the building tonight, but I fuck with 98 Priest. I fuck with Beetle. That's
Beetle rap.
Beetle raps. I fuck with her. I'll even say Calamari for sure. Calamari.
Same time here in the name.
Yeah. Who else? Top 5.
Two more.
Can I include myself?
You can.
Okay. They made for sure. You know what I'm saying? They made, and then I'll probably say Third Eyesight.
What was that last one?
Third Eyesight.
And like, is that a conscious rapper or is that a conscious rapper too or? You said Third Eye?
Third Eyesight.
That's why I'm like
they kind of versatile.
I got you.
You know what I'm
Or is
saying?
that a group or?
It's a person.
Oh, it's a person.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a girl. She like rap and sing. It's kind of like versatile type shit.
How about mainstream?
Mainstream top 5? Oh, for sure. J. Cole. That's my favorite artist, or my favorite rapper. That's actually the reason that I even listened to rap to begin with, type shit. Like, he introduced me to it.
Yeah, J. Cole is my top 5. That's what I was telling the last Curly Top. He was here. He said his top 5 too.
Yeah.
Cool. That's like everybody.
I fuck with Cole, like, cause it's deeper than music. Like, he's a humanitarian. Like, I resonate with people, music from who they are, not necessarily like the sound type shit. So I would say J. Cole for sure. Russ for sure. Russ is really like that. Jasmine Sullivan, that's just like my favorite. Did you say artist or rapper? Artist. Okay, yeah. Jasmine Sullivan for sure. I just love her voice, and she's always using her music to like tell a story, whether it's her story or somebody else's story. That's beautiful. Top 5. Who else? I mean, I gotta say Free Soul, of course. Like, you know what I'm saying? Free Soul. He's just he's so refreshing because he's like the perfect balance of like the sound that everybody's going for nowadays, but like putting spirituality right in that.
Okay.
And then, dang, I'm torn between 2 artists that I'm thinking of. Who do I give it to, really?
You can say both.
Okay,
That's
bet.
cool.
Whew. Okay. Okay, so Janae Aiko, because I'm like, damn, how could I leave her out? Janae Aiko, for sure. That just goes without saying. She's cold. And then, who was I just thinking of? Janae Aiko and, Londrell. Londrell is like a meditative artist. Like, he does a lot of sound healing. He got an album about like self-healing, and he really introduced me to the idea like, wow, you can actually do spoken word or instrumental. You don't have to like make a song type shit. So I love, and then he like I said, I resonate with people for what they do. Like Russ, he's an author as well. Londrell, he has a book as well. He has an app, like, you know what I'm saying, deeper than music type shit. So I say those my top 5.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, in terms of life, I see myself really just being the person that I want to be type shit. Like in terms of like I do a lot more like outside of music. Like I'm an author. I want to design clothes. So like I really want to be living in all of my dreams type shit versus like still building towards them. And of course you always gonna be building, but I want to be in a space where I feel like okay, I'm really like doing it type shit. So I just say I really want myself to be in a space of consistency, in a space of like actually putting myself out there, because I'm kind of introverted, you know. I'm overcoming like not being shy, like just post the shit, you know what I'm saying? So I really want to just be in a space where I'm just showing up simply and stepping into all my multifacetedness and bringing it together.
So that's stepping stone.
Yeah, because like my life aspiration is to get paid for being me. So it's not just the music, it's a whole scheme of things that I want to do, and I really just want to be there.
You're an author. What's the name of the book and what's it about?
So the book is called The ABCs to Healing, and it's
ABCs to what?
ABCs to Healing.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really about like healing, and it'll be kind of like speaking to your inner child type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. You feel me? Because we gonna get into that. Y'all gotta follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that at Daymade Music, DAIMADE Music, and you know what I'm saying? You'll see that when it's time.
Oh yeah. What is your thrill? It could be in music, it could be in life, it could be in anything. What is your thrill?
I would say just in general, like I'm a risk taker. I love like doing new things. I love adventure. So like, you know, like last year I just went zip lining in Mexico in the forest and shit like that. Bro, it was lit. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. Yeah. I went parasailing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I really like to have like different fun. Like I'm not type that just like go to the club and shit like that. I want to go to the rage room. I want to go, you know, to iFly. I want to go to the safari, you know. So my thrill is really just having fun with whatever I do. Gotcha. Like it, you know, just some excitement.
Right. Definitely. I respect that. If you could tell the audience something that you may have never said on a podcast before, it could be something inspiring or something you just want to share, what would that be? What do you think?
I know, right? Well, I guess a fun fact to be an artist, I feel funny because I'm going to say something that's like a fun fact, and I can say something so philosophical, but I'm going to say this because I want to.
Hey, this is for the thrill.
Exactly, right? Well, fun fact, I have loss of hearing in my left ear, so.
You said what?
I have loss of hearing in my left ear.
Oh,
yeah. So I think that's kind of interesting to be an artist.
Yeah. As an artist, and so how was that since you were born, or?
No, this happened like 2021. I ended up going to a water park. Long story short, I felt like I had some water in my ear. Went to the doctor. They wrote me off. Didn't believe me. Yada yada yada. A year later, problem come up. I got hearing loss. Water was sitting in my ear for some whole type shit. Yeah.
How is it like dealing with that on the daily and doing your music and doing shows where you got it?
So it's kind of like something where, of course, when I first found out about it, I was really emotional. But I feel like everything happened for a reason. At the end of the day, I can't change it. So I can't even walk around life pissed off type shit. So I just feel like it just gives me something else to represent, you know what I'm saying, that other people can resonate with. Like, I don't know if y'all seen The Circle before, but it's like The Circle. It's a TV show.
Oh, well, like they stand in a circle. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking about that horror movie, The Circle.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no. So The Circle is basically like a game show based on popularity, and can't nobody see who you are type shit. It's basically like you're on social media, not really social media. It's like a set group of people or whatever, yada, yada, yada. But it was a person that was deaf on there, and I feel like they represented the deaf community. So like when I say like I can represent other, people, I feel like that's a part of me now at this point. I would say in terms of like the day-to-day, it's just like I just got to get used to telling people like, hey, if you're trying to talk to me, be on my right side. So it's just making me just speak out for myself and honor my needs is how I look at it type shit. Instead of like straining and trying to listen, it's like speak up. So that's how I take it.
Like letting them know, and then you like usually let them know like if someone's like
trying to talk to me, I'm like, by the way, you should come to my right ear.
Well, with that being said, Daymade, you made our day by coming and talking to us. I appreciate that. Definitely, we're gonna check out your socials and your music or whatnot. But before we do let you go, I know you said you got a music video coming and you wanted to promote that. Let's talk about that.
Oh Yeah, so I actually have a music video out. It's called it's called Motivation. It's actually my first music video ever. I just dropped it in September 24th. I dropped it of this year. Shout out to Shock and See Productions for shooting it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that was a part of making the video. You should check it out really, cause it's motivational and the song is already a hit. You just need the visual to hit with it. So you feel me? Appreciate y'all.
Well, make sure y'all check out that music video. Check out her socials. You already know what time it is. For the Thrill Podcast, episode 51. It's MC Thrills, co-host Poppy X Dinero, and Daymade. Episode 51. I'm your host, MC Thrills, co-host over there, Poppy X Dinero. And we got the lady that won 2 competitions tonight. Not one, 2 competitions. And she beat Poppy X Dinero on both of them. Introduce yourself.
My name is Ahzia. That's Ahzia Brown on IG with TNL Promotions.
I know earlier off the camera you was telling me a little bit about the business. Tell us a little bit about that and what you got going on.
Okay, so right now with my promo group, I'm the event coordinator. I'm also a full-time model and actress. I'm in media and communications, so I'm your all-around girl next door and networking guru.
Hell yeah, how long you been doing that?
Modeling, I've been doing it for about 6 years. With the promo group, I actually joined with, I want to say like 2 months ago. So it's a really good team. We're doing a lot of good stuff. And we just want to show a lot of people have a rap in San Antonio for it just being a party city. I myself am not from Texas, haven't been in San Antonio too long, and even I thought it was just a party city, but there's so much history and love and culture here, and we just want to show people that there's more, you know, in San Antonio. It's such a beautiful city, and we have a lot to offer for families, you know?
Definitely, I respect that. And you said you've been doing modeling for 6 years?
Yeah.
6 years? What got you into modeling?
It was actually an accident. I used to be in the military. I was in the military for 6 years, and my friend, she started a hairline, and she was like, "You want to model for me?" And I'm like, "Girl, I don't model." I did that one photo shoot, and from there, it kind of just blew up, and people were reaching out to me. So now I'm transitioning into film and a little bit of music, and you know, I mentor girls. I'm a coach and a scout. So if you're interested in modeling or want to know about the media industry, I was going to school for media and communications. I can definitely guide you, teach you everything I know, and let you know it's possible to get your name out there without taking off your clothes. It took me a lot longer to get to where I'm at because I decided to not go the sexual route. I wanted to build my reputation in a positive way, and it worked out for me.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for your service, first and foremost. And I know you said it took you a lot to get to where you are. Where is that now?
So when I moved to San Antonio, my main goal was to find an agent. And as soon as I got here, I got scouted by multiple agents. They saw my work, they saw my portfolio, they saw that I wasn't just using my body, that I was actually like serious about it, and I had the talent. Not saying that women who are more promiscuous can't, but you have to be realistic about what it is you want to gain from being in this industry. I know a lot of times when I tell people I'm a model, they automatically think, oh, she's an IG model or she does OnlyFans. No, I've done runway, I've done print, magazines, I've done ads, I've been in commercials. You know, I love the artistry behind being in this industry. Film, I love it all. Like, I've been on production sets, I've gotten my hands dirty, I've done the grimy work. And that's what you have to do. I mean, it's gonna take a lot longer, but once you get to where I'm at right now, it's so much more like you feel so good. You have your own self-validation because you know you put in the work and you earned every opportunity you got. Not because of what people think you can give them, but because you actually respect the artistry. And I'm also starting a podcast in February. It's gonna be called The Babe Cave, and it's gonna be a platform for anyone that's up and coming that doesn't want to sell their soul, in a sense. You know, they're local or whatever, and it's kind of hard for them to get their name out there because they are real true artists, but I think nowadays social media is kind of taking over to the point where if you don't have a bunch of followers, people aren't really looking your way. But there's a lot of hidden talent in San Antonio. I mean, I have so many friends that are artists, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so talented, but because they're not willing to kind of, you know, be a sellout, people aren't really looking their way, or they're not worried about, you know, throwing money. They have that kind of J. Cole style to their music. People aren't really checking for them. They're not talking about violence and gangs. They're actually talking about real life shit. And, you know, I just want to bring that back, like that 90s kind of artistry. That's like a lost art nowadays. So that's going to be my platform.
What's the name of it again?
It's called The Babe Cave. We're also going to talk about mental health, and I want it to be a safe space for men and women to just, you know, talk about whatever the fuck they want to talk about. A lot of times when people come to my house, when I first moved here, I didn't have a lot of friends, and a lot of people were telling me, like, when they come there, men or women, and they always feel like it's a safe space for them to just talk about things that they normally can't, because it's hard to find that comfort within people nowadays, especially our generation. Everybody's kind of selfish. They only are concerned about what they can take from a friendship, and a lot of people don't really have an outlet to just trauma dump, honestly. So I just want it to be whatever you want it to be. That's what you're gonna get from the Babe Cave. So I'm really excited about it. And it's next year, 2024. Hey, we've been
February.
Yeah, so we've been putting a lot of plans into motion, and next year we're executing stuff. So if you
How many of y'all are going to be a part of the podcast?
So I'm gonna have 2 co-hosts, and I just want to have guests. I'm excited. Like I feel like I can't stop talking about it, but I think that's what happens when you work really, really hard to make things happen and to have genuine networking relationships with people, and you finally see it coming into fruition. It's such a good feeling. It really is.
That's one thing. What I like about the podcast is you can meet so many different people. Like tonight, we're strangers. We're having a full-blown conversation. You build connections, and also it's a part of the community. I mean, you can actually create a narrative in the community by doing these podcasts. And not only that, I see them as a form of therapy. When I have people that come on and be like so calm, cool, and relaxed, like, all right, this is actually dope. Like for their first time, they were like, what are you drinking there?
Double vodka straight.
Oh, okay, that's why. We got, remember, the 2-time winner. Let's talk about the loss, though.
Okay, so forget about the laws. We ain't gonna talk about that. But as far as the question I got for you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I definitely see myself in some type of feature film or movie. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of grunt work, paying my dues basically. So in the next 5 years, I want to be able to be a coach, a full-time coach for models, just teaching them the ins and outs. As a freelancer, it was very hard for me, and I don't want girls to get taken advantage of. It's very easy to do that nowadays. You know, and I just want to see all my friends win. So I just want to be able to get to a point in my life where I'm so well off that I can invest in my friends and get them to where they need to be without feeling like they have to literally use too much blood, sweat, and tears to make a name for themselves. So, you know, that's just the goal. I've been living my dream. When I got out the military, I made that decision because, you know, one, the military was literally killing me slowly, and I had to make a decision. Do I want to, you know, take that chance? And I decided to do it, and I don't regret it at all. Like, I'm living my dream right now, and sometimes it does suck, you know what I mean? But every time I do get booked, or I do find these really good opportunities, or I put someone else on, and, you know, they'll hit me up and be like, oh my God, thank you so much. It's like, it's very fulfilling, because not a lot of people can say, I've had the same goal and have wanted to do the same thing since I was a kid, and not a lot of people have that. People change up what they want to do and their dreams all the time. So to be here 20 plus years later is really nice. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy with it. It was a hard transition. I moved here by myself. I had no friends, no family, but I took that chance, and sometimes you have to take that risk. I don't have kids, you know, I don't have a man, so it's the only thing holding me back would be myself.
You heard that? She said she's single. She's throwing it out there. I mean, if y'all want to take her on a date, hit her up on Instagram.
I will say this, San Antonio, of all the cities I've been to, San Antonio is the hardest city to find genuine people to date. And it's a deeper conversation. And, you know, I will lose a lot of females on this part, but there's blame on both sides. And I think what it comes down to is a battle of the sexes. I think with San Antonio being predominantly like Mexican culture, the mentality, like the way they're raised is very similar to Black culture. The mentality that the women have, they're raised to be adored, you know, princesses, don't settle for less. But they kind of miss out on the fact that, hey, you have to appreciate these men. And you have to give just as much as you take, if not a little bit more, so they know that you're genuinely here for them. So men don't really take women seriously here, and it's like always a one-up situation. Who can be the most toxic? And it's like, I want no parts in that. So right now, I'm just focusing on my career, my life. I'm not looking for love, but if it does come my way, I'm gonna date. And if you play with me, my ancestors gonna get your ass. So we don't get our lickbacks here because my ancestors don't play about me. So we just gonna leave it at that.
What is your thrill? It could be whether in your modeling, it could be anything. What is your thrill? It could be in life and whatever.
I'm an adrenaline junkie. Recently, my mother passed away, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. It changed my whole life. I used to be terrified of a lot of things. Now I'm so fearless. Like I go skydiving. Like I'm just very much like I can literally die tomorrow. And my thrill is appreciating every second of every day, which I've always been that person. I always like to make, you know, my life was never easy, mentally and emotionally, and I've always gone out of my way to make people feel special, people feel good, because I know what it feels like to feel like you don't have anybody. And with that loss, it made me realize I have to fill my cup and make sure I'm good before I go and fill other people's cups. So it's just me taking care of myself, being a little selfish, but not really, and just spreading the love that I have within me and just radiating a good positive energy, because you never know what people are going through. And that's why my podcast, like, I just want it to be a super safe space for people, a judgment-free zone. And I just want to see everybody win, because it's rough out here for everybody. And if you're a good person, if you're genuine, if you do the work, you know, good things are going to come to you. You just have to keep pushing. And if you have a support system and people surrounded by you that really care about your vision, it's gonna happen. And so if anything, I'm always gonna be that person. You can always count on Ahzia no matter what. If you call me, I've given rides people I don't even fucking know. Like, I'm just always gonna be me. So that's my thrill. Like, just life, fucking life. Yeah.
Fucking life. Love it. If there's something you could tell someone out there that you never said before, or maybe something you have said before, maybe you can inspire somebody, or a fun fact you want to say about yourself.
So, two things. One, sometimes you have to learn to accept an apology you're never going to get, find closure within yourself, and just move on, move forward with life, let go of things that serve no purpose for you, and then when it comes to following your dreams, even if it takes, like, you could be 30 years old wanting to go to school. In 5 years, you're still going to be 35, but now, you know, you're doubting yourself, and you're 35 without going to school, without getting that degree. So just take a chance on yourself. You can either regret and wonder if you ever would have been successful and made it, or you could try, maybe fail, but at least you could say you tried without, you know, living with that question of if it would have happened if you would have never given up. So just never give up on yourself. Love the people that love you back, and just enjoy the ride along the way, because you'll never be this age, this moment in time, you'll never get it back. Time waits for nobody. So just do, and appreciate your family, appreciate your friends, appreciate the people that are there for you. In this industry, you know, every connection we make, it's always going to be like a, what can I get out of this interaction? But make sure it's always genuine. That's the biggest part, and I think that's what's made it so successful for me. Every networking opportunity I have, it's always genuine. I'm always thinking about, you know, yeah, they may be able to benefit me, but how am I going to be able to benefit them? And that's important, you know. Give as much as you take. Maybe more. Give twice as much as you take. So, yeah.
I say one thing, you definitely look like you'll be suitable for podcasting. Just the way you communicate, I can tell. Like, you're good at communication.
My voice is not this high. You have like a more chill voice.
Nah, I know it's loud in here. But no, definitely. I definitely respect those answers. Poppy X, do you have any questions before we close it out?
Not really a question, you know. Just like, as far as like your spoken words and like the way you're moving me right now, I gotta ask your energy. Like, I can feel it. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra. So I'm a natural. So The thing about it is, we're the natural signs of balance. We're the mediators. And I know a lot of people say my sign's the best, but the reason we are mentally and emotionally and spiritually the best is because we are logical thinkers. I'm always going to have an unbiased opinion, even as a female. I was on Fresh and Fit, the Fresh and Fit podcast. And I was like, hell no. But when I went there and I realized how much social media chops and screws, the clips, it made me realize, like, Libras, we really do, look at things from both sides. And we really do, in a very empathetic way. I know a lot of people say they're an empath, but I'm a true empath. So Libras, we're the shit. If you have a Libra friend, not someone you've dated, I already know they're the best friend ever. So, yeah. What's your zodiac sign?
What do you think?
Maybe like an Aries? I don't know.
Aries?
Just the way you were playing.
I'm a Pisces.
You're a Pisces? Oh, so you're shady. You were being a little shady over there, so. And what about you? You're Libra? That's why I like you. Yeah.
Well, look, I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you tuning in. Anything you want to say before you close out?
There's someone that's going through something way worse than you. Even on your worst day. I mean, I'll hear people with problems, and I'm like, I lost my mother. And like, you cannot compare that to anything. Love yourself, love other people, and just appreciate life, man.
Big facts. Episode 51. We're in the building for the Thrill Podcast. Tap in. It's good in the hood. Episode 51 for the Thrill Podcast. We have Social Ice in the motherfucking building. Social Ice is a returning guest. Social Ice, talk to them.
What's going on, y'all? Social Ice here, man. Happy to be back and everything. Always, man, for the thrill, always got it like that. You know what I mean? Always for the people. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything y'all do for us, for real. I mean, you've never charged me for my time, and like, I respect that. You know what I mean? Like, that means a lot for an upcoming artist. But, in my opinion, if you were to charge, it'd be like, I get it, because you got it like that. You know what I mean? Y'all fucking got it like that. But thank you for having me back, and I'm ready to talk about a couple things today. Really good to see you guys again. Always, always in motion. But yeah, man, really, really good to see y'all. Ready to talk about some things, my man.
What do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, man, I definitely want to be a name that everyone knows when you walk. I don't want to have to introduce myself when I walk into a room. You know what I mean? Like, I want to walk into a room, everybody already knows what the fuck it's about, no matter where I'm at. I want to be able to pay off my parents' debts, like house, buy them a house. My parents, they love to work, so I probably can't retire them this early, but I definitely can buy them a new car, buy them a new house. That's the plan right there, is to give everything back to them. I essentially, anytime that any of my family members that wrote me a check, I keep that check locked away, so that way whenever I get big, I can total up how much they've paid me, and I can give that back to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I know an exact amount, but I'll always give them more. You know what I mean? I make sure to give them more because they giving me life. You know what I mean? And that's something I can never repay. You know what I mean? I can never repay that shit. So my parents, man, honestly, shout out to them. Without them, I mean, I wouldn't even fucking be here. But you know what I mean? But yeah, man, next 5 years for sure. That's where I want to be. Hell yeah.
What made you want to start, as far as rapping?
So honestly, man, I think I talked about this the first time I was with you. I started doing the music stuff when COVID hit, and it was just to pass the time. I was watching Travis perform at Rolling Loud, and I was like, damn, bro, this shit is just the way you have one person move 80,000 people by music. They're all there to watch you. You know what I mean? I think that shit's crazy. And I was like, you know what? I could do this. My first project on SoundCloud was fucking ass. I deleted that shit so fast because I don't want to be known by that. But it's something I look back on, and I've grown a lot from it. You know what I mean? And it just kind of came with the passion after a while, just falling in love with the music,
When you said that about the SoundCloud, I seen you recently post something about removing music. Is that it, or is there something else?
So, it's gonna be something else. So, my last album I dropped 2 years ago, and at the time, I loved it. It was fire because I hadn't really tapped in with my personal self just yet. I was trying to pump out content. I was trying to do quantity over quality, and I realized I don't need that. So I like looking back on that last project, I definitely need to remove a couple of those songs because it's not up to what I want. It's not up to what I want to be known by. So that project's gonna be kind of like not redone, but just kind of edited to where the best songs are on there and that's it. Type, you know what I mean? Just because that like I want to have that quality. You know, I want to have people look back on my songs and be like, damn, he's been doing that shit since day one. You know what I mean? And so I don't want to have one bad song, even though I will. I don't want to have multiple bad songs. You know what I mean? And so if I can prevent that, I will.
That's the perfectionist in you. Because with me, I'm the same way, but I didn't go back and ever delete a whole project or anything like that. When it comes to podcasts, I do be like, all right, this could be better. That's why I do the editing, and then I put it on YouTube or Spotify, just in case an artist says something they don't want to say. Because I'm not here really for clickbait. Right. I keep it real for the thrill. That's what I do. I speak to the artist like I want to be. I want to be respected, so I respect y'all as well. And also on the flip coin, you know I'm an artist as well. I see both sides as the podcaster. But when it comes down to this music scene, comes down to the podcast you've been in, what is like one of your most memorable moments and just walking through this industry, I would say?
Oh man, I got two. So honestly, the first time that I opened up a mosh pit at a crowd, I was performing at Paper Tiger. I was opening up for, right. I was opening up for Landon Cube in January this past year, and I was playing my songs, and everyone started jumping, and I was like, open up the pit real quick, and they did it, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I felt like I was at Rolling Loud fucking opening that bitch up, you know what I mean? That's something I always remember. I remember when I cashed out my first check through music, when I went in there and I cashed out my first check, that was just life-changing, bro. Like, even though it wasn't a lot, it was like a couple $100. I was like, damn, I made money off of this, you know what I mean? And that's with like not a lot of streams. So imagine when I blow up, when I blow up, you know what I mean? It's just gonna get better. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, exactly. It's not if, it's when, you know what I mean? Definitely those two right there, 100%.
You definitely gotta speak stuff into existence, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're always gonna doubt yourself, bro. Where are you from?
San Antonio.
You're from San Antonio,
yes, sir.
Okay.
Born and raised, man. Born and raised. Oh yeah.
So what type of, when it comes to music, what type of genre are you like sticking to?
So I mainly like to do rap and hip hop. I will tap into R&B. I can't really sing that well, but I just tapped in with an engineer and his auto-tune shit works wonders. Okay. So I'm tapping into more of my comfortability. I wasn't comfortable with how my music used to sound, but now I got that auto-tune going, I got that mixing and mastering going. I'm tapped in now. This new album's gonna be crazy, man, I'm telling y'all. It's gonna be a whole different sound from what y'all know. And that's why I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep working on that.
You know you gotta get that Thrills feature, right?
Oh, I got you, man. I got whatever, man.
we gotta make it happen, man. I just released a song with, I don't know if you know Jadakiss.
Yes.
Me and my boy, we just gotta drop the song with Jadakiss. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. See, so when I usually do this, I don't really talk more on my artist side. I always try to keep it separate. Honestly, some artists I feel like it's competition, because when I say my music, I know I got bars, I deliver, and it's been times in the past where I've shown the artists my music and they're like, kind of like I seen the funniness, so I like fucking with artists that are on the same page, you know? Like, see, I'm in this to have fun, so I'm not here just to promote my music. I'm here to have a good time. Like I said, the flip of the coin. I'm here to talk to the artists like that. That's why I go for it. I want to promote y'all and promote the podcast. So it's not really about 100% promoting me. It's more of a joint effort, a collaboration when I do these podcasts, you know? And on top of that, it's a form of therapy. Like, even when I'm doing it, I feel good when I do this. And you're building community because you're talking to different people. You're meeting strangers. Probably if I never did a podcast, me and you probably would have never met in this form and spoke. And I'm on your events, like, you see how it trickles. It's
a butterfly effect.
Butterfly effect. There it goes. You know, I asked you this before, but I want to know if your answer changed from last time. Maybe, what is your thrill?
My thrill? I remember that shit, man. Hold on. My thrill, honestly, in music is, man, it's a lot. But if I gotta pick one, man, the thrill of the whole thing is just being on stage and seeing people rock with your music, man. Like, at first, obviously, no one knew my songs at first, but after performing as much as I do, seeing people sing my songs back to me, especially word for word, when it's not like your girlfriend or your mom, you know what I mean? When it's other people, you're like, damn, they really fuck with me. I'll definitely say, man, just being up there in the middle of the stage, rocking your shit out, and watching it pay off. I gotta toss in another thrill is being able to provide for the people I love. Even though I can't do that just yet, I will be able to do that once this blows up. And that's gonna be my thrill until I drop, is being able to give back to the people who gave back to me when I was growing up and never let them worry about anything else again, because I got them now. It's my turn to take care of them, you know what I mean?
No, but that's good, man. How old are you?
I just turned 23 on Sunday, man, December 3rd.
All right, well,
Oh, yeah.
best thing I can tell you, man, is keep going.
For real.
Definitely keep going, man. No matter what struggles you may, conquer and everything, man. Like, life is too short, man. Like, I'm 28 years old, man, and I'm going back to college. I'll be going back to college in January. I'm going for my major in digital forensics.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna pursue it this time. Like, the last time I just went to say to go, you know what I'm saying? But now, like, I'm gonna pursue it because I'm trying to show my kids, better.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
That's real right there.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's real, bro. Do that shit. You got it. 100%. We all believe in you, bro. We all believe in you. I just met you and I believe in you. You know what I mean?
We also gonna schedule that in studio podcast
I'm ready.
coming up.
I'm ready to talk about this shit, man.
But before we get to that, let's talk about that famous Dex feature coming up. Yeah.
Shout out Famous Dex, man. Man, so I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. I hit him up on Twitter, and we just chopped it up a little bit. He is one of the most down-to-earth artists I've met, man. Everyone's afraid to talk to people that have that kind of following behind them. Bro, one of the most down-to-earth individuals I've met, bro. He kept it real from the jump to the end, and he's still rocking with me, and I appreciate him for that, man. That's coming soon on the next project. I don't got a release date for that just yet, but I know it was supposed to be this year, but like I said, I want to perfect my craft, and I wasn't satisfied with what I got. So if I got to push it back to get that quality, I will, until it's 100% ready. And once it's ready, then y'all will hear that shit for real, man. I'm so excited for that, man. Y'all it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Definitely looking forward to that project. I'm trying to listen to that. And then the album, that's going to be on the album, right?
The album.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely got to look forward to that. Now, as an artist, when it comes down to this music scene, as your growth, you're still young in this situation. So that's the best time to do what you're doing. Honestly, a lot of artists at your age are not making their own shows. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I know you're a humble guy. I met you, spoke to you off camera. I feel as though you're one of the humble artists that appreciates the art, and I respect that. If I could give you an advice, is this: keep that humbleism, but also don't be afraid to be a savage when you need to be.
Right.
Like the Demon Time dual track. I like that. I fuck with that. That shit. That's when you bring out the savage. But you could be a humble savage. So keep doing that thing. Is there anything you want to say to anybody right now out there? A fun fact about you, or anything you want to say to inspire?
So, man, all I gotta say, man, is be confident. I just got told this past year in like July, I performed at an event, and afterwards they told me, they were like, he's lacking confidence, man. He's lacking confidence. They told me the best part of Demon Time Duo was the beat. That broke my heart. I was like, damn, that's how y'all feel? I was like, all right, just wait, watch this shit. And I went back and I fucking wrote some of the best music of my life. I used what they told me, and I was like, all right, watch. And there's no hate to that, because I love criticism. I fucking love criticism, because they're keeping it real. Even though it may hurt sometimes, you got to learn how to take criticism. You got to be confident in what you do, and you got to just keep moving forward at all times. You will fail. You will fail. You will never, if you're always winning, you're doing something wrong. That's all I gotta say. You will fail. You have to fail to succeed. Just never forget that shit for real.
Hell yeah, man. Again, as always, I appreciate you being on. You got any closing out questions? Okay. Now, I mean, so we're going to set up that upcoming episode with me and you in the studio. But until then, make sure y'all check his music out on all platforms at Social Ice, right? Yes, Social Ice, all platforms. Make sure you check us out at For the Thrill Podcast. Before we close it out, anything you want to say?
Shout out For the Thrill, man. Y'all keep it real. Tap in, man. For the Thrill Podcast. Never fucking forget that shit. I'm telling y'all, when Ice Fest gets big, you have it on video. When Ice Fest gets big and I got Travis Scott on that bitch, y'all gonna be fucking interviewing his ass, man. Travis Scott, Uzi, Yachty, everybody. Ice Fest gonna get y'all there, and this is video evidence, bro, because now I can't go nowhere after that shit. So yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. It's in there now, right? It's spoken, hell yeah. Hell yeah, manifest that shit, bro, for real.
Hell yeah, Social Ice, we out here For the Thrill Podcast. Poppy X De Niro, MC Thrills. Let's get it, huh? We got Set the Tone T in this bitch. I mean, main contributor to this event right here, huh? We actually met at Paper Tiger for a Social Ice event, but this is their event, him and his lady Shadow. Talk to them, talk to them.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? It's Set the Tone T. It's Set the Tone T, you know. This is our first event that we put together as a collective, officially under the collective unlabeled, you know what I'm saying? And LBLD stands for loyalty brings longevity and dreams, you know what I'm saying? We got a chance to grace the stage, a bunch of amazing performers tonight, you know what I'm saying? It was me and Shadow that put this together. Shout out to TNL, shout out to all the artists that came through. Shout out to DJ Cam in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Everybody did that motherfucking thing tonight, and honestly, I'm just mad proud of everybody, real shit.
Hell yeah, definitely a dope event. It's good music here. It's drinks here, good prices, dope vibe, good scene, no bullshit, no violence. Everybody chilling, everybody having a good time. Show them the crowd, show them the crowd. Young D, show them the crowd. We out here, baby. Everybody chilling, we vibing. For the Thrill, episode 51, man. Happy Hour Bar.
Yeah, man. Look, this just the first show, the first one of many. You know what I'm saying? And we just did this to close out 2023. And on top of that, we did that to celebrate my girl's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say, you know, shout out to Shadow one more time. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely say, like, be on the lookout. We got much more to come in 2024. We got a lot of things coming. You know what I'm saying? Just dropped an album. Shadow got some shit in the works. You know what I'm saying? Unlabeled in full effect. We got Keeks on the lineup as well. We about to start working on her project. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of heat coming. You know what I'm saying? So just y'all stay tuned.
What was your favorite thing about putting this together?
I'm gonna be honest. On a more personal level, I gotta say Shadow's reaction, Shadow's mood. You know what I mean? Because I get to see the ins and outs. I get to see the behind the scenes thing. You know what I'm saying? So when I see her like happy and everything's going well and she's content and excited and she ain't stressing out, that's the best part. That's the highlight for me. Then on top of that, everybody getting the chance to come in here and just vibe out and just see the amazing artists we have in the city that don't necessarily get, you know, the kind of shine that they deserve. I love seeing that. Because I'm going to tell you what, a lot of these people in here are locals. They're not part of the scene. But they were able to catch strays. They were able to catch the performances and shit. And that's what I love, you know what I mean? Hopefully, like, they get to come out to more events because they just got put on to somebody tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. Unlabeled is about unity, and we just want to keep pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying?
I really respect that, and I think it's dope in this type of industry to do shit like that, and that's how you connect, network, you build, and you see the good vibes. That's what I like to see. When everybody having a good time, I don't like to see the drama. I like to see the good shit. And what you said about your woman, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. So something she can see later. Say something to her right now that she can see later.
Shadow, baby, I'm proud of you. You are the fucking most amazing artist to me in my eyes. I love your growth. I cannot believe how far you've come. And the sky's the limit for you. I mean that wholeheartedly. I see you going far. I see you going way further than me, and I hope you do. I swear to God, it's just the beginning. We got a lot to do, baby. Let's get to work.
Hell yeah, man. Set the Tone T vibe. And like I said, we met at the last Social Ice Fest event. With him and Shadow, I interviewed them at the same damn time. They did their thing. They talked a lot about the music, but this time I just want a little bit of behind the scenes, behind the music.
Shit, I stay working, to be honest with you. I just dropped the album, Memento Mori, you know what I'm saying? I got hard copies for sale. We're not doing the streaming services this time around. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm right back in the lab. I got more work to do. It ain't done. Like I said, I'm just getting started, and I hope to come out in 2024 with a bang. I hope to open that up with a flashbang, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to say, like, this shit seems like it went smooth, but I tell you, it's a lot of groundwork. It's a lot of like behind the scenes stressing and blood, sweat, and tears that go into putting an event like this together. You know what I'm saying? And we damn near had to like pull it out the hat to make this happen. So we did, and I'm grateful, you know, for everything that came.
How long it take to put this type of event together? How long it took you to do it?
I'll tell you this, we definitely had this planned out like 2 months in advance. We already knew the spot, we already knew where we wanted to go, what we wanted to do, and I think the key is to be intentional, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you move with intent, you know exactly what you're going for, you know what you want to accomplish, and as long as you're moving like that, like, can't nobody really sway your path, you know what I'm saying? It's all up to you. And when you put in the groundwork like that and you got tunnel vision on what you want to do and you already know what you see for yourself, you got a vision, can't nobody else see that. You ever see Steph Curry get blocked when he got a hand in his face? Rarely, right? Because he still knows where that basket at. That's vision. And we got to move like that. That's all I'm saying, you know what I mean? And that's how we approach this.
What's a fun fact you could give about yourself that nobody know about?
Man, I love Adele. I love singing R&B, real shit. Like, I'll be in my room practicing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I sing all types of. I'll take it back to the '90s and bump some Tyrese. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the real vibe I be on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a wordsmith to the heart, to the bone. But my shit is like, I want to feel something. I want to feel some soul. So I'll be in my room, lock myself in the room, and just put on some soul, some Tyrese, some Mariah Carey, some Adele. You know what I'm saying? I'm practicing my vocals. That's a fun fact about me if you ain't know.
Can you give me a top 5 mainstream artists that you fuck with heavy?
Top 5 mainstream artists that I fuck with heavy. Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead and say Kendrick Lamar, Drizzy Drake, J. Cole, Wale, Big Sean. And my honorary mention is Big Crit. That's my top 5, for sure. Hands down. And nobody can tell me different. And I got a top 5 with an era before that. But I'm not going to mention that here. I'm going to just keep it at where it's at right now. That's my top 5 right now.
And I asked you this before, but it always could change this answer. It's very versatile. What is your thrill nowadays?
You said what, boss?
What is your thrill?
Man, my thrill is getting behind that mic and still learning about myself through crafting new verses, you know what I'm saying? And elevating and learning, evolving through every verse, because it's not just words to me. It's not just like bars. It's not just cool shit. It's not just cool shit that I'm saying on record. For me, I'm learning about myself. I'm putting myself on. I'm putting things in a new perspective that I didn't understand before. So I feel like this music shit is real spiritual to me, and I feel like that right there keeps me motivated and inspired every single day.
And what's something you would like to see that by the end of next year with you and your team?
Man, hopefully we can manifest on Label Fest, you know what I'm saying? We trying to do it bigger than big. We trying to have everybody, the most elite artists in the city, you know what I'm saying? We stay recruiting, we stay scouting, and we want to go ahead and try to put that together by the end of next year, for real. We also want to have like the whole camp popping off. Everybody on the roster, we want to have everybody, you know, popping their shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I could ask for, to be honest.
I love what y'all doing. Y'all brought something good together, and I can tell it was wholeheartedly. Any other events coming up, make sure you holler at me for the Thrill Podcast. Let's make it happen, man. And let's get you in the actual studio. You heard? We're going to make it happen.
Let's do it. I'm with it 100%. You know what I'm saying? I don't shy away from work. I'm always with it. For the Thrill Podcast, shout out to him, man. Like he said, I met him at Paper Tiger, and we chopped it up smooth. So to follow up with another one, yo, it's classic already, you know what I'm saying? So this is history. This is San Antonio hip-hop culture, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't with it, get with it, or get left behind, real shit.
And that's why I like shit like this. You can meet complete strangers and become cool with them and actually get in depth with them and learn. I like genuine conversation. That's why I never script nothing, man. I talk to a person, it's going to be off of this. It's not going to be off of this. It's going to be off of this, man. And I respect that. For the Throw Podcast, episode 51. We out here, man. Set the tone seeing this bitch, you heard? And follow him on social media where?
You can follow me on Instagram at @setthetone_T. You can follow me on Twitter at @setthetone_T. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music at @setthetone_T. So get with it.
Follow us at For the Thrill Podcast and on YouTube at For the Thrill TV. You heard? Let's get it poppin'.
I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last 5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele poppin', I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition smooth out